you doing today? My name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for coming by to check out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to be doing a review of the brand new MeatStick 5 or MeatStick V. Now, some of you might have seen my previous video where I was actually doing a comparison of this new wireless meat thermometer with the Chef's Temp Pro Temp 2 Plus wireless thermometer. And unfortunately, I never got to test this completely because during the firmware update, I was unable to get it started again. I thought maybe it didn't have a full charge. I'll leave a link below to that video. In any case, I found out I had to reset the unit by putting a pin into the base unit, which the app never prompted me to do. And then once I did that, everything came back on. But by that time, the cook was done. So I'm going to do this whole video to review this because I really feel I didn't give it a fair shot. Now, those of you watching probably like to barbecue and smoke like I do, and a wireless meat thermometer is almost an essential tool these days. You always cook to temperature and not time. And even though you might cook 2 pieces of meat that look the same, weigh the same, one of them might take an hour longer to cook. You know, that's just the way things go sometimes, depending on your smoker, the weather outside. There's all kinds of variables. That's why you really need a wireless meat thermometer. And these are kind of cool too, because you just hook it up via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi to your phone. You don't have to hover around your smoker all day. You can just glance at it from inside, watching the game, look at your phone, know exactly what's going on. So stick around, guys. We're going to open a box, we're going to download the app, and we're going to test this. Let's get cooking. Alright, so here it is. Very small box here. Okay. The cool thing about this, it's got a total of 6 sensors here. You can see 1 in the tip, and then 4 additional ones along the whole length of the probe, and then 1 out on the handle to give you the ambient temperature. So, let me show you what's in the box. Now, one thing is this doesn't really come with any instructions. It gives you a little piece of paper here where you can scan to download the app on your phone, whether it's Android or Apple. I would have liked a little bit more instruction. You know, it's got some basic FCC statements, very basic. So I certainly would have wished they would have had a little thing in here on how to reset the unit once a firmware update has been completed. But that's a different story. All right, so you get a little USB charger and you get the unit itself. Now I made sure to charge this overnight. The probe is very small, very thin, and you have to push it into that line here. And then, yeah, that's basically it. You charge it. You got to make sure this is charged and plugged in overnight, and it says it can last, I think it was 15 hours. So, yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to be cooking a chuck roast today. I'm going to be smoking it low and slow, and we'll test this meat stick out. We'll be back in a second when I get that chuck roast ready to go. All right, so now we're going to get going with the meat stick. As you can see here, I have a beautiful around 3.5 pound chuck roast back there. Well, let me move this so you can see it. Okay. And I didn't bore you with this, but when I first started it, it prompted me for another firmware update. I did do it successfully. As I showed in the first video, there's a little hole here next to your charger connection, which you have to put a paper clip or a pin in there to reset it. When it flashes blue and white like it is now, it means it's connected both to the house Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to my phone. So let's set up this cook here, and I'll kind of walk you through it as if you got it for the first time yourself. Okay, so we're going to set up cook. See, there it is. Blue is Wi-Fi, white the extender's on, red means the battery's low. Okay, searching for stick. And like I said, I used a MeatStick initially. It was the first wireless Bluetooth thermometer I ever used many, many years ago. And although the internal temperature was pretty right on, the ambient temperature was horrible. But this was, like I said, many years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago. So I'm sure the technology has gotten better. Maybe I should just pull the stick out. Maybe that's what it needs to do in order to connect. There we go. I won't register it at this point. Okay, we're going to set up a cook. Shows at 72 degrees. All right, so this is kind of cool because it kind of gives you pictures. We're going to do smoke. We're going to do beef. We're going to do chuck. I think I'm going to go for sliced. So it's saying I can adjust the setting. It looks like 212 is the high end, 107 is the low end. It's going for 185. Let's see. Okay, let's enter or push it into the chuck roast. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. We'll just kind of go right in here, right in the middle. There we go. Okay. Now, all right. Looks like we are ready to go. Let's go outside. Get this thrown on the smoker. All right, guys, I just put some hickory wood on here. Looks like we're ready to go. I'm using my char griller auto Kamado. There is the chuck roast. There's a little temperature gauge. We'll close this up. I'm going to cook it at 225. And yeah, we'll see how well that meat stick does. I'm going to unpause it. Alright guys, so it shows 32 degrees is the temperature of the chuck roast. I just reset it 170. I did early warning 160, target 170. That's when I want to double check with a instant read, and that's probably around the time I'm going to wrap it. Now here's what I was saying about those different sensors. So it looks like the first two are 32, the ones in the middle are 33, and the one at the very end is 42. And showing the ambient temperature 77, but I literally just put it in there. So it's been 4 minutes. We'll give it some time. Better yet, let's go inside. I'm going to go inside in my office downstairs in the computer room, see if we can still maintain connection. Meet you guys inside. All right, guys, it's been 1 hour and 14 minutes. It's showing it's 118 degrees, the chuck roast, and showing my smoker is at 219. And it's got this neat little chart here on the bottom. I just got back. I went to the gas station down the street, around half a mile away, and brought my phone with me. And yeah, I was connected there too. I haven't disconnected as of yet. So far I'm pretty impressed. But let's go outside, take a look at that chuck roast, and just kind of compare what this is saying compared to our instant read. I'll meet you guys outside. All right, guys. 118 and it's showing 219. The actual temperature is 233. So the ambient... Oh. Stick lost connection. Well, that's bizarre. I'm literally right next to the smoker. It's right here. It was connected the whole time. Lost connection. Okay. It says move it closer. Yeah, it's showing here it's disconnected. Let me open it up here. We'll see if we can reconnect and do some temperature checks to see. It's saying 118. Let's open this up, take a look. All right, 118. It's been 1 hour and 16 minutes, still showing disconnected. Let me pause the fan on here. Let's open it up, take a look, see if we can reconnect. That's weird. Why would it connect when I'm like real close to it? I know this auto Kamado is pretty thick, you know, it's a double walled, so that might have something to do with it. All right, so let's take a look. 118. Let me kind of zoom in here, and let's see what kind of temperatures we're getting if we're anywhere close to 118. Look at that, 117. 123. Obviously on the edge it's going to be a little bit more, 135. 117. The stick's kind of right around there. So it looks like the internal temperature is pretty accurate. Let's see if I can get it hooked back up. Why? That is weird. For some reason, I don't know why it would disconnect. Oh, it's telling me the ambient temperature is too low because I opened up the smoker. Okay, it must have just reconnected there. It's showing it's refreshing. Alright, so that was my first glitch. Oh, it's beeping because the ambient temperature is too low. Anyway, we'll close her up. Push it just to stop it beeping. And yeah, we'll continue to let it go. So far, so good. Alright, so the MeatStick is reading 157. Ambient temperature is way off. It's at around 225 and it's saying 161, but I've never found one that's been 100% accurate, so I'll give that a little bit of a pass. I have to say it's disconnected a couple times, but the minute I come out here, it's reconnected. So, you know, say what you will about it. Let's see how accurate it is. So as far as the temperatures, 157. Wow, look at this, guys. Let's see how close to 157 we are. MeatStick's right here. So the center of the probe's probably right around here. So I'll go over here. Let's see, 157. All right, 159. Let's go more in the center. 157. 157. So it's pretty accurate, or very accurate, I would say. Obviously, there's going to be some variance depending on where you stick it in. This whole piece of meat is not going to be at the exact same temperature. We know that. One of the neat things here too, kind of showing you the temperatures. 157 in the beginning, 158 towards the end. It's showing 171. Yeah. So ambient isn't right on, but like I said, I've never found one that is. So far, the MeatStick is doing okay. A couple hiccups, but overall, it's doing an okay job. We'll continue to let it go, guys. We'll come back, check it a few more times. I'm going to wrap this up a little bit. We'll check final temperatures, and then I'll come back ultimately and give you my final thoughts. All right, guys, we're almost ready to take it off, but I just wanted to show you, I've experienced this several times today. It says stick loss connection. I hit OK. You can see up here, there's like a little red symbol showing that it's not connected. It's 161. And then I kind of walk towards the stairs to go up outside, and eventually it'll make a connection. Well, let's see if it will. Going up the stairs. Okay. I'm right at the garage door. We're still not getting anything. Let me go outside here. We'll see if we get a connection. All right, I'm coming outside. Here we are. Nothing. All right, let me put it down. I don't know if it has to do with maybe the thickness of this, but it's been pretty much connected all day. Let me open this up. Let's take a look at this. Ooh. Okay, let's see. See, now it's connecting. See that little... It's been around 5... Nope. So look, guys, it connects and disconnects, and I'm literally... Here is the receiver. Okay? There's the stick. I mean, I can't be any closer, right? I mean, stick... This, let's hit OK. Still trying to connect. So, I'm telling you guys, I don't experience this with the Chef's Temp Pro Temp or Pro Temp Plus or Pro Temp 2 Plus, which is the current version. So this is disappointing. I like everything about the MeatStick, you know. The one thing I noticed here with these dips, this is where I've kind of opened up the, lid. Kind of did a little filming. You can see the temperature dropped and the ambient temperature dropped. But look at how crazy long it takes. Like, you can see here, like 106, 139. It takes like 20 minutes before it registers the ambient again. So, still not connecting. So this is what happened the first time. I reset the stick, it finally reconnected. I'm just gonna let it go. You know, guys, it is what it is. I'll give you my final thoughts, but anyway, look what I'm having for dinner tonight. Smoked chuck roast, baby. This is about ready to go inside, get wrapped up. I'll show you how it turns out, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, guys, I've had it covered here for around 15 minutes. Look at this thing, man. Woo! Look at it, man, that bark. Okay. We're supposed to slice this against the grain. Good luck. I have no idea. Seems like the grain might be going this way. Anyway, I'm going to slice it right in half just for you guys. Kind of show you. Let me get the camera down a little bit lower. We'll take a look. Let's just go right down the middle. Got my big brisket knife. There we go. Oh, it's hot. Ow. I didn't put my gloves for the heat. Alright guys, I'm going to give you my final thoughts on the MeatStick V or 5, however you want to call it. Although the internal temperature, you know, down here with the different sensors seems to be super accurate, the ambient temperature just wasn't very accurate. My biggest thing that I don't like about it was the ability of it to stay connected to my phone. I mean, that's the whole purpose of having Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, is have those two work together, so if one disconnects, the other one can still keep everything synced up. And you know what? You saw, I mean, I was literally standing at the grill and it would disconnect and it wouldn't connect, and you know, for several minutes. So, you know, overall, I hate to say this about any product or badmouth it, but comparing it to the Chef's Temp Pro Temp 2 Plus, even though that unit is more expensive, I like the base unit better. I like the ability that you can see the temperature on a readout without looking at your phone. You know what? This works good if you're just looking for an internal temperature, but the ability to stay connected to your phone via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, and the problems I had initially with the firmware update, I just really can't recommend it. You know what? I wish I could, and maybe these are things that MeatStick will take into consideration to try to improve their product. I really hope they do. Anyway, guys, if you're looking for a Bluetooth wireless thermometer, I would recommend the Chef's Temp Pro Temp 2 Plus. I'll leave a link below to that initial video where I compared these two. And I wanted to give this an honest shot, which is what I did today, but you saw, it just didn't perform to my expectations. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, even though they sent this to me for free, I have to tell you my honest opinion. As always, guys, I hope you appreciate my video and my honest opinion. If you like it, hit the like button on the bottom of the video. This logo is on the bottom of the screen. That helps you click and subscribe to my channel. Please do that because it really helps my channel grow. And I'll leave a link above and below to my website, ericsmokingbbq.com. That's where I have all my videos, recipes, photos, the whole bit. Please go check it out. But in conclusion, I wouldn't really recommend this. I mean, it's $140. I really can't recommend it because it hurts me to say that. It really does, because I want to like it. But temperature-wise, right on. Ambient temperature, a little off. I can deal with that. Connectability, that's where I kind of lost my my ability to recommend this. Anyway, guys, thanks again for stopping by. We'll see you next time.